Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining again. We're going to look at some toys today. So I have this client, and I have worked for him multiple times now, and I think this is like the fourth time that I've worked for him, and I have just finished another round of Ghostbusters toy props for this gentleman, and so we're going to go ahead and we're going to show them off here. Two of them are Kenner traps from 1989, and one of them is an Imagine Ruby's near accurate ghost trap in terms of size and everything. And I have modded all three, and so we're going to go ahead and show them off. Well, here they are. The two Kenner traps and the Imagine Ruby's trap. So we're going to start with this one first. This is the first trap that I made for my client. And I actually have it again right now because I'm making further modifications to it. So Petal works on a 2016 or 2032 coin cell battery. The internals are purple fairy lighting hooked up to 4 yellow LEDs and a red LED, which is powered by a toggle switch right here. So this is basically to take the Kenner trap that was, blue and was meant to make it look more film accurate than, of course, this bad boy, which is, I only have part of this put together. This is kind of a shell for right now, but this is what the Kenner traps originally looked like. Blue, like the cartoon from 1989. So, the idea here of this project was to take the Kenner traps and make them as realistic looking as possible. So let's just give them a little. So for this one, the client wanted the trap to be like gross and dirty and have, been previously used lots to trap ghosts. And I don't know about you, but I think I did a pretty good job of conveying that with the weathering and paint job, and we of course it got movie accurate labels and whatnot, and so that was just how the first trap basically looked. Super cool. So that's gonna do it for the first trap. I'm gonna take the battery out here, move that to the side. And now we're going to go into the second trap. Now the second trap, I did not weather at all. The second trap, I wouldn't say at all. I gave it a tiny little bits of weathering like on the edges here. But, I mean, for the most part, I did not weather this trap like I weathered the other trap. This trap looks much more new, not as used, and also has slightly different components. Like it's got a different knob here than I put on the other trap. It's got a different piece here than I put on the other trap as well here, but the same label orientation. One of the only things that I changed in the case of this was that the 4 yellow lights are now 4 green lights. So turning that on, looks just pretty much the same. And of course, the one other difference that I did was that the internal fairy lighting, the purple lights, has its own circuit, is not working on the toggle switch. So, you can have that on without the trap lighting on as well. So you get this like nice little purple, here, let's turn the lights off. Nice little purple glow that kind of comes out of the trap. And now, of course, we turn it back on. Looks utterly fantastic. Now, here is where things get really interesting. Got a 18650 battery, hooked up to an RF switch, hooked up to a motor, hooked up to a vape pen. Go. Wonderful! That looks awesome! Looks awesome. Go ahead and take that one out of the way. And of course, now we're going to move on to the big boy trap. So, the big boy trap. Just like the previous Kenner trap, the client didn't really want this weathered too hard, so I did weather it a little bit, but it's not, you know, for the most part, it looks relatively new. So let's go ahead and turn it on. This originally came with a completely different pedal. This did not come with this pedal kit. This is a 3D printed pedal kit. Thank you to my homeboy Alan for 3D printing this for me. It has its own circuit with its own battery with its own flashing LED. So you turn that toggle switch on, you get red flashing LED right there. And of course, when you turn this switch on, you get the purple lights on the inside, and when you press the pedal, the unit opens. So, I'm going to turn this off with the doors still open and show you one of the reasons why this is such a special one is because this actually has a Castronica smoke machine from Wayne's Workshop on Etsy. And this thing is absolutely mean. On a full charge with a brand new load of juice, this thing blows a lot of smoke. So we're going to plug in the 9-volt battery that powers it and give it a go. All right. Boy, that is a lot of smoke. So, one of the interesting things that I did to assist with the smoke here is I installed a 12-volt DC laptop fan that turns on with a second toggle switch right here. So let's turn on the unit. All right, open it up, turn on that fan. Woo, and it really blows the smoke around then. My goodness. Sir, what you have there is a focused non-terminal repeating phantasm, or a class 5 full roaming vapor. A real nasty one, too. This is just utterly ridiculous. I wish I had done this with my personal trap. This looks absolutely amazing. Whew. That 12-volt laptop fan really helps push the smoke around. Unbelievable. I'd like to go ahead and give a shout out to my client. I'm not going to name him, but you know who you are. Thank you for letting me show off your modded toys before I ship them off to you. All three of these, while definitely frustrating at times, were ultimately very fun projects, modding projects, you know, for me to undertake. So I'm glad that I did them. I'm glad that I'm going to be shipping them off to a very happy client. As usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know I am doing a good job. And if you'd like to support me further, subscribe and tap that bell to all notifications so you never miss a future video from this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.